Funny how the CIA admitted recently that remote viewing is real and no one cares. Maybe because no one knows the true research. But in our hub, we got it right here for you. Let's dive into it. Remote viewing of natural targets. Stanford Research Institute. Presented at the Conference of Quantum Physics and Parapsychology in Switzerland in 1974. Experiments in which the subjects asked to describe remote site chosen by experimenters and unknown to the subject. The two main objectives is that you can obtain significant amounts of descriptive information about remote locations, and second, the physical distance separating the subject from the scene to be perceived does not greatly affect the accuracy of perception. D's description closely matched the target. So he basically was able to successfully describe it while remote viewing. We can do it to some degree. Look at the CIA research on binaural beats. You can generate binaural beats in our app too, so you can try some remote viewing. Just sync up the same frequencies that the CIA uses.
Shalom, this is your brother back again with another video. And before we start off, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Al-Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Dash, the bonus to the apostles and elders and great millstone who rule well, prophet and teaching this truth. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the elect who are scattered amongst the other nations, being that speckled bird, going back to the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that we know today. And as y'all see in the video, the individual was talking about how the CIA had a declassified document talking about remote viewing / astral projections, and all that is working of the wicked. That goes into divinations and familiar spirits. Being tapped into unwanted places that we not even supposed to be going to. That only Yahweh is able to go through, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai. And I want to get a little bit more information into astral projection. It says astral projections, also known as astral travel, soul journey, soul wandering, spiritual journey, spiritual travel, is a term used to extorism to describe an intentional out-of-body experience that assumes the existence of a subtile body known as an astral body or a body of light, through which consciousness can function separately from the physical body and travel throughout the astral planes. Now, these things been going on before our times. It just been worded into different things, but these is not new. All these practice of witchcraft, reading cards, astrology, all this stuff like that, this has been happening before our time. It's just been reworded and revamped to make it seem like it's something new and something good to do, but it all goes into wickedness. And I want to get another article. It's called How Stuff Works. It said astral projection into the intentional out-of-body experience. It says the year 2020 was all about the COVID-19 pandemic and the subsequent lockdown and quarantines. It's no wonder then that stirred crazy people around the world were looking for any way at all to escape the tedium of a solitary indoor existence. Perhaps that's why an old declassified document from the CIA mentioned astral projection created a buzz on Twitter that summer. Astral projection, after all, is like taking a vacation without even leaving your home. All you have to do is, leave your own body. Unlike this sort of out-of-body experience, some people reported after near-death experience, astral projection is an intentional out-of-body experience giving you a sort of a third-person perspective. And I'm going to read these two paragraphs, and then I'm going to start getting into the scriptures. It says, what is it like to have an out-of-body experience? An out-of-body experience is a transient experience some people have while conscious, that their self seems to be separated from the body and floats above the body. Look back down at the body from an elevated location, says Jane Aspel, a cognitive researcher at Angela Ruskin University in England, via email. Astral projection, AP, is an intentional out-of-body experience that usually involves the experience of the self that can seem travel from their bodies even to other countries or planet. Western esotericism commonly used the term astral projection to describe a purposeful out-of-body experience. In short, It is a way to describe a human conscious or soul or astral body consciousness. It's like a temporary leaving the physical body, unanchoring from its mortal flesh and blood. And the astral body can supposedly do all sorts of miraculous things. And you can see, doing these type of, divinations and stuff like that, and going into familiar spirits, this is stuff that's not supposed to be done. We wasn't supposed to do these type of things because it's wicked, and the Most High is against all of it. And in doing these things, you're leaving your body open to let demons come in there and be in your body and possess it. You shouldn't want to do these things because it's very bad, and serious things can happen to you when you do that. And I want to go to Ecclesiastes 1:9, so I could, so we know that the things that have been, the thing that had been, it is which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new things underneath the sun. And like all these astrologies, all these fortune tellings, what it is, card tellers, mediums and stuff like that, all that's been done in the past. It was going on in ancient times and the times that was before us. And since we're in newer times, they revamped it and reworked it into different things to make it seem as it wasn't bad as how it was before, but it all has some dark past that was going into it from the previous times. And we're gonna go to Deuteronomy 18, verse 9 to 12. It says, "When thou art come into the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do abomination of these or those nations. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or daughter pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or observer of times, or enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all these things are abomination unto Yahweh, because of these abominations Yahweh thy power do it drive them out before thee." And as is listed right here, you can see all the things that's abomination to the Most High, and doing divination is going against, what Most High has made right, and these are the things of the other nations. That's why he was given these laws, statutes, and commandments to follow, to keep us away from them dark paths, to going into that wrong light, and to defiling our body and our temple, because we are holy people. When you go into holy, it's set apart. And we're going to go to Leviticus 18:24 and 5. Before I read it, I want to go into the word on divination and go to the etymology. I'm going to say divination, late 14th centuries, divinatio, act of foretelling by supernatural or magical means, by the future, or discovering what is hidden or obscure. From Old French divination, 13th centuries, from Latin divinationum, nominative divinator, the power of foreseeing, prediction, knowing of action from past particular stems, from denari, literally to be inspired by a power, by a god, so like from divinus, of a god, from divus, a god, related to deus, god, deity, and then so on and so forth. So you can see that going into divination is going into messing with like dark magic and stuff like that. Getting tapped with the hidden things, stuff, and all these things was made so we don't have to do this. That's why I was given the law, so we don't have to go into these things and commit these wicked acts. It says, "Defile not yourself in any of these things, for in all these nations are defiled which I cast out before you, and the land is defiled. Therefore, I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land itself vomited out of her inhabitation. And everything that the nations do and everything that the nations touch, they always defile it, whether it's righteous. Whenever something righteous or good, they'll turn it into something evil. They'll turn it into something wicked. They'll make it abominations. Which is why we have to be set apart from them. Because we don't want to defile ourselves. That's why we are the holy people, and they always polluted everything that they touch. We're gonna go to Isaiah 8:19, and it says, and when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits and wizards that peep and that mutter, should not a people seek unto their power for the living to the dead, to the law and to the testimony? If they speak not according to the word, it is because there is no light in them. And instead of going to these fortune tellers, astrologers, going to the that do horoscopes. Not horoscopes. Doing all these horoscopes, card tellings, and stuff like that to try to tell you what your future is going to be. You should always seek after Yahweh by Shem Yahshai. You shouldn't go after those people that's going into mediums, that's being in tap with familiar spirits, or you shouldn't even be going into astral projection or remote viewing, because all that goes into divination, works of divination, witchcrafts, and stuff like that. All that is an abomination to the Most High, and you don't want to defile yourself. And if they're not speaking according to the words, to these laws and testimonies, there is no light in them. Because they don't have the true knowledge and understanding. They don't know what is right and what is wrong. And I want to go to Ecclesiastes 3:21. It says, who knoweth the spirit of the man that goeth up, and that spirit that goeth down of the earth? Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? And nobody knows that but Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai. He knows everything. And that's the main reason why we go after him. For what we need answers and answers for what's going on in our life. Whenever we need something, we go to him. We go to the Son through Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, through his Son. And his Son is the medium, between us and Yahweh. Whatever we need or what we want, or we have to ask for, we go and ask, through Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, his Son. And I want to go to Jeremiah 10:1, and I'm gonna end it off here. It says, hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O Israel. Thus said Yahweh, learn not the ways of the heathen, and be not dismayed of the signs of the heavens, for the heathens are dismayed at them. And we should not learn of these ways, because the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai is not working with any other nations but Israel. And that's why we are, the holy people, of the Most High. We are set apart from them. So we shouldn't learn the ways of them, but follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, that we may seek everlasting life. But that's all I have. And with that, I'm gonna say, giving all praises to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rekah HaKodash, double honors to the apostles and elders in great millstone who rule well, prophet and teaching the truth. Peace, blessings, and salutation to the elect who are scattered amongst the other nations. And shalom.